So I just finished watching Ted, the brand new Peacock series based, of course, on Ted and Ted 2. This is directed by Seth MacFarlane, obviously the guy that created Family Guy and a bunch of other shows that aren't as good. And I gotta say, I fucking love this. Now I'm just gonna say this right up front, not waste your time. If you like Seth MacFarlane shows, if you like Family Guy, if you're into that style of comedy, this is for you. You're gonna fucking love this thing. If you despise Family Guy and despise that type of comedy writing, you might as well skip this one. You're not gonna like it. But this show's amazing. This show takes place all the way back in the past. We follow a young version of the characters from the original Ted movie. A young Mark Wahlberg and a young but very similar version of Ted. And we're watching more of a high school family drama, sitcom. And it's done really well. It sets the time period up really well. And all of these characters, at least casting-wise, do an amazing job replicating both the characters that we already know and introducing these new characters that are interesting. The mom and dad in this show are so funny. Specifically the mom, who reminded me of Ellen Bernstein's character from Requiem for a Dream. I feel like this could... maybe this is a prequel to Requiem of a Dream and not Ted. Why not? The show is super well paced. You have 7 episodes here, all about an hour long, and each episode kind of is its own thing. It's sort of structured like Family Guy. So if you watch Family Guy, you understand what I mean by that. You have separate stories, usually about 2 stories per episode that follows the different characters. The same joke structure, not really cutaways like they do in Family Guy, but the same types of stuff when it comes to the jokes, and they're hilarious. I spent a lot of this show literally belly laughing. I thought it was so funny. It's one of the funnier TV comedies that I've watched recently, sitcom-wise. Ted, the character himself, is just so amazing. He's such a fun character. He's a combination of, like, every Seth MacFarlane Family Guy character ever. Just a complete combination and mixture of all of them. Of Brian, of Peter, of Quagmire. He's all of them combined into something new and different, and I honestly feel like he's funnier here than in either one of the movies. And the kid that plays Mark Wahlberg's character, wow, does he sound like Mark Wahlberg. He perfectly recreated that Wahlberg style that you see in all the Wahlberg brothers, and he's so good in this show. I think the girl that played the cousin, it does an amazing job, and her character's really funny, and kind of the moral voice of these characters bouncing off the ridiculousness that's going on with all the other ones. And the show's not afraid to be a little bit, I don't want to use the word offensive, but a little out there with a lot of its jokes, which I appreciate. There's a lot of jokes in this show that that take shots at religion and wokeness and all this stuff that you're not really supposed to joke about because you get in trouble these days, but they do it really well, and I found it to be funny. There are a couple episodes in the show that don't work, 2 or 3 that just are not as great as the others. The finale is fucking terrific, and I think the pilot episode is really great. And to me, this is a show that I could literally watch on repeat over and over and over. This is one of those shows you put on at night and just relax and hang out and watch it. And I hope we get a season 2, because we really live in a time we don't have a lot of great sitcoms. I feel like since The Office, at least for me, it's been a while since we've had a really good, funny sitcom. And if there's anybody that should be making a live-action version of this, somebody who could be bringing their style of comedy into live action, it is Seth MacFarlane. I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, if he's ever done a live-action sitcom. I know he's done a couple movies. He's done the Ted movies. He had that weird Western thing that I actually sort of liked. But overall, I don't know if he's taken a swing at this yet. He's been doing Family Guy for like 30 years. And personally, this is something I would like to see him delve more into, whether it's another season of Ted, whether it's a completely different story, which would also be interesting. I think Seth MacFarlane is hilarious. I think he's amazing, and I would like to see him do more outside of Family Guy, because I feel like Family Guy, not to say it's outstayed its welcome, but it's like 20-something seasons in. Come on. And the whole bit in this show of Ted thinking he's Jesus, hilarious. I thought it was so funny. Maybe I'm easy to, impress when it comes to comedy. Maybe everybody else watches this show, thinks it's dumb, it's not funny, it's goofy, it's Seth MacFarlane bullshit. Maybe, but I don't know. I'm dumb. I enjoy stupid stuff that makes me laugh, and this was stupid enough, and it made me laugh enough that I thoroughly enjoyed it. I watched the whole thing in 2 sittings, 2 days, and here I am making a review about it and telling all of you that I enjoyed Ted, and you should check it out. But overall, I will give Ted a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it. Finally, Peacock gets something worth downloading Peacock for, other than WWE, so yeah, it's a good show. Before I end this video, I just want to talk about my movie. I made a movie called Creature, and I thought it was really good. It's a small movie. I made it with a group of friends. We made it in my house, a very low budget. It's really an indie film. It's even, smaller than an indie film. I'm telling you, it's a small budget, but I made it with a lot of love, put a lot of work into it. Me and my friends, we really enjoy it. I think it turned out pretty well, so I would love it if you guys can go check it it out. The link will be on the end screen of this video, which is coming up in a few seconds, so watch out for that. Also, everybody, please subscribe. I make videos every day. I make shorts, and like, come on, this is going to be one of the better YouTube channels for movies on the internet, in my opinion. Come here, subscribe, turn on notifications, listen to me talk about every movie, every TV show that comes out. You can complain in the comments, and I'll comment back and tell you that I disagree with your complaints, but that's okay. We can have discussions, and yeah, so subscribe, because I'm here every day. But that's it, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow, so yeah.